Hello, I'm Battlescar1313, and today we're going to look at Final Fantasy VI and how to optimize characters through equipment. What is the best equipment? Well, let's start off with Terra, because to me, she's the main character of the game. Even so, to prove my point, she's in all this city does, meaning that she is pretty much the main character. Celes is a close second, and there are a lot of characters to push the story forward, but Terra is really more important to me in this story than any of the other ones. As such, I've given her the best weapons. So for a sword, I have the Ragnarok. Now you could use the summon. You can get the summon instead of the sword, and if you do that, there's nothing wrong with it. You can get rare equipment through Ragnarok. You just miss out on the sword completely. If you get the sword, you can turn it into the Illumina, which is the holy sword. Now the difference between Illumina and Ragnarok is Illumina is holy based and Ragnarok is non-elemental. Ragnarok will sometimes cast Flare, as Illumina will sometimes cast Holy. So it depends on what you do with this Ragnarok sword, which shows how your battles are going to deal out in the end. Now, we got the Paladin shield on her too, which is the very powerful piece of equipment. What this does, it starts off as the curse shield until you kill so many opponents, then it will be transformed and cleansed into the Paladin shield. The Paladin shield is the best shield in the game, rivaling only with the Force shield and magic defense and magic block. And comparing it to Aegis shield and Genji shield, you can see that it's just really very much the best. You can learn Ultimate at ×1 rate, which the game does not tell you about, and it's a good way to learn Ultima early. Now we got the Oath Veil, which is pretty much the best headpiece that you can get, and we got Minerva. Now on paper, it looks like Genji armor would be better, but Minerva adds a lot of elements, immunity and resistance, that Minerva in generally is better than Genji just because of resistances towards elements. For her relics, we're going to look, and she's got the best relic, the Offering. This is pretty much 4-time cut, and it might be made and turned into something else in your game, but in this game it's called Offering, and it's really powerful. Then every character is pretty much going to have the ribbon, and a lot of the other characters' relics are going to be the job exclusive relics, so I will be using those. So with Edgar, we have the Aura Lance, which is the best lance in the game, and the only other person that really uses lances is Mog. So don't be afraid to use Atma Weapon with Edgar and turn him into a more swordsman. But for right now we have Aura Lance. He also has Genji Shield. If he was your main, you could equip the rare Genji Helms. Genji Helms are a lot more rare than Genji Shields and Genji Armor. So I have yet to farm enough Genji Helms to put on everybody. Now the reason why I have Aura Lance on him and haven't transitioned him to Atma Weapon, which was Ultima Weapon in some versions, which is a very known Final Fantasy sword. This, we have the Dragoon Boots and the Dragon Horn. The Dragoon Boots turn fight into jump. Sorry, I stuttered there. The Dragon Horn makes all jumps continuously. So Edgar is like one of the best dragoons that I've ever seen in Final Fantasy, and it's not even mentioned that much that he's a really good dragoon, but he is one of the best. He rivals with Sid, Kane, Adriana from 15. Anyways, we got Locke the Treasure Hunter, and we got Wing Edge. Again, you could add Atma Weapon, but Wing Edge is pretty much the best weapon for him. It's throwable, so back row compatible. Then we got Genji Shield. Of course, we went over that. And then we got Red Cap, which adds more vigor, speed, and stamina than the Dark Hood. But if you're looking for pure defense, Dark Hood would be better. And we've already been through, everybody has Genji armor. So with the relics, we have the Sneak Ring, which increases the success rate of Still, and we got the occasional ribbon. With Sabin, we had to look at his equipment, and it's pretty unique. So Tiger Fang's the best claws slash knuckles that he can have, and he has Genji Shield because it was better, and he also has Regal Crown and Red Jacket. These are exclusive to Edgar and Sabin, but Sabin is my coliseum fighter, so I have it on him. With such as the coliseum, I am protected against sudden death and all negative side effects, meaning my Sabin will pretty much win every coliseum battle. Now we're going to set up to a different amount of characters. You can have 14 characters, I believe. And now we're with Celes. Celes is another character favorite of mine. She has Excalibur, Genji Shield, Oath Belt, and Minerva. Now, she is built up a lot like Terra, but Terra just has a little bit of a better weapon, but Celes is not falling far behind with equipment. Everybody would say, oh, everybody should have Marvel shoes. It's true. They're one of the best shoes in the game, one of the best relics. They cast positive status effects like haste and regen and protect or something. And we got the ribbon. So she is good. Like, she really works well. With Setzer, we got the trump card because I favor Doom Darts, except for when I'm fighting something that's immune to death. Sometimes with the Doom Darts, you'll hit the target and the target will disappear, then reappear like no damage ever happened. So the trump card won. And I'm pretty sure they renamed it in the versions. Now we got Red Cap, which on paper, Crystal Helm is not that bad, but I would rather increase his speed more than add to his defense right at the moment. We've already went over the Genji Shield and Genji Armor. And now we have another job exclusive relic, Coin Toss. Now you could be throwing tomatoes at the TV for me even bringing this up. I know a lot of people don't like Coin Toss, I do. Slots is unpredictable, it takes a lot of time to learn it and master it, but Coin Toss, you just throw coin at them and pretty much damages everybody. But if you don't have Coin Toss equipped, you can use slots and try and manipulate it to win every battle. But we're looking at the best equipment, and Coin Toss is rare. With Cyan, we have Sky Render, which is a pretty good attack. What it does is when it hits, it has a random chance to do a wind slash attack to all enemies. So while it's a good damage dealer, it takes a while to get used to because the wind slash takes a long time. It's a long animation. Again, Crystal and Genji might be a better helm. I don't think he can equip the Crystal helm, but other than that, his other equipment is pretty basic besides his weapon. Now with Cyan, I put on the black belt because he has this ability that takes time to charge, and if an enemy hits him and he has black belt on, he gets a moment to add in an attack, which is very important because sometimes he doesn't attack us often as you want him to. Now we have Mog. Mog cannot equip Atma Weapon, leaving Pearl Weapon to be the only weapon that it could, or the Aura Lance that Edgar has. For the first time, we're seeing Dark Hood in a very usual fashion. When a character can't use big helms, like Genji Helm or anything like that, Dark Hood ends up being pretty good. We also got Snow Muffler, which is a unique name. I kind of like it. So we'll see more snow mufflers in the future. So with his relics, I have Movable Charm, which makes no encounters in dungeons and stuff, meaning I can just run around, grab all the chests, and never have to fight a fight, unless it's a boss fight or a scripted battle of some sort. Now we're going to skip over to my last 4 set of characters, because Gogo and Umaro didn't make the cut. Umaro doesn't equip anything, and Gogo is just a kind of generic character to me, but Strago is not, and he's got Gradius, which is a really good powerful knife. He also has access to the Hill Rod, so he can hit your allies and it would cure them. Can't say any of the other ones are very useful. We also see the circlet being used. Bard's hat might be a close second to equipment. Then we got the behemoth suit, and look at all these suits. I would love to see a 3D remake of this game, because he's got Moogle suit, Chocobo suit, behemoth suit. It would be nice to see him all dressed up, which he shares some equipment with Relm, which we'll go over next. But first is relics. These are 2 of the most powerful relics in the game. Economizer. I don't even know if that's the word they were going for when they spelled it, but Economizer. It makes all spells cost 1 MP, and Gem Box makes magic into X magic, so he's a double caster. With all his blue magic, it really does help him the best to equip those. Now we'll go over Relm. She can equip a lot of the suits that he could, which I'd like to see Moogle suit and Chocobo suit. It reminds me of Final Fantasy 15 Comrades. You could have these suits, but she has the Magus Rod, access to Hill Rod, and her most powerful brush is Rainbow Brush. What this is going to do is help you use Sketch more often. With the Cat Hood, it's the best hood in the game. Mystery Veil close second, and everything else is less. I think the Coronet is not that bad, actually. But Behemoth suit, we went over all the suits. I want to see it. 3D remake of 6. Come on, please. Her character-specific accessory is Fake Mustache, and this turns Sketch into Control. If you can control the Brachiosaurus that always kills you in the dinosaur forest when you're leveling up, if you can control it, you can have Locke continuously steal from it, and it gives you good gear. I prefer Control over Sketch, but that's just me. Some people won't like the Fake Mustache. Some people will love it. Now with Shadow, his equipment, he has the Stunner, which is very much superior to Striker. And for a change, I had him equipped with all Genji gear. Now to make a note, if Shadow, let's just go with relics. He has Safety Ring and Ribbon, which protects him against instant death and negative status effects. Safety Ring will not save your dog. If an enemy hits your dog and you see it die, pretty much it won't come back. Like, Relm will inherit the dog, and then if Relm gets hit by a death attack, the dog will die and you'll lose it forever. So at the end of the game, the real problem is keeping the dog alive. Next we got Galu. He doesn't have a weapon that he uses. You can turn him into an imp pretty much. But yeah, we got Genji Shield and Aegis Shield. Circlet doesn't matter. We've seen the return of Snow Muffler. Now what makes him powerful is the relic that he's using, is the Hero Ring, because some of his rages, he pretends to be the monster. He sees the monster, he goes on a trip with it, he comes back, he's like, look, I know how to fight like this monster. Some of his attacks are physical, some of them are magical, and more than mostly, Hero Ring is going to boost your damage overall. So that was all my favorite equipment and how I have it set up. I do want to see in the comments what your favorite equipment is, what you have your character set up as, and if you have any questions about the characters equipment that I have, like how to get, I can answer those too. So thank you for watching until the end. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the comments. Bye bye.